My name is Lori Thomas from the psychology department. I'm here to speak about the positive behavior support program that we just began here at Mass Hospital School with the children. So this is going to be a brief overview of what we're doing with the kids and how parents can kind of have a way to be on board and understand what's going on and what we're implementing. So positive behavior support, this is the PBS program for short, is the Positive Community-Wide Behavioral System. It focuses on acknowledging appropriate and positive behaviors and not negative behaviors. We're using positive reinforcement or verbal praise to increase future positive behaviors. We directly teach expected behaviors and routines by posting specific expectations in all settings. We have posters up around the hospital that have pictures of the children doing things that we would expect them to do in school settings, recreation, the hospital, and therapies. If you think for a moment about as this explanation looking like a triangle, we have on the top of the triangle is 5% of our students, and these are the children who have high intense behaviors and the students who are individual behavioral plans. And the middle tier would be the 15% of students and those who are at risk for behavioral intervention, and the bottom of the triangle, which is the remaining 80% of the students. And we're using them as preventative and proactive for these students. A lot of these students are doing what we're already expecting them to do, and this is a way of us to continue their behaviors. For a moment, just think about where your child fits on this. I want to emphasize that the PBS program does not take the place of your child's individual plan. However, their behaviors are specifically addressed by staff, will remain the same, and PBS will be a supplemental program that's added to it, so they have extra ways to gain reinforcement. But whatever has been in place for them currently will remain. This is an evidence-based model. The results indicate a reduction in behavioral incidences, an increase in academic performance in math and reading. 40% in the first year shows a reduction in problem behaviors, and after 2 years, there's a 68% reduction in problem behaviors. There's also significant increase in teacher efficacy and a pattern of decrease in teacher stress. The positive behavior support system has 4 components to it. The first is the student recognition, and this is how we are reinforcing the students. We're using the verbal praise, the positive feedback, saying, that's a great job doing X, Y, and Z. And I'll explain in a little bit how we're actually handing out tickets to do so. The staff recognition piece is how we're reinforcing staff to be involved in the program. The staff are being recognized for the tickets that they're giving out, and we're giving them feedback to show how better they can interact with the students. The lesson plans and this was all implemented to staff prior to the beginning of PBS. The lesson plans is basically a way for us to have a hard copy of all of the rules and expectations that staff have come up with that cater to different settings. So school, for example, has lesson plans of what expected behavior would look like in the classroom. The units would have separate lesson plans that would be expected behavior of what they would like to see on the unit, in the dining hall, and such. And the data collection is our way of collecting all of the information and evaluating what it is that we're doing that's working, what's not working, and the feedback that we're giving to the kids. So what it looks like, this is how we're doing it to the kids. The staff are handing out white tickets when we see desired and positive behaviors that a child displays, where he or she respects themselves, others, or their environment. This can be any behavior that they're already doing that we're encouraging them to do in the future. Trying to think of an example would be driving their wheelchairs appropriately. We would say, that you did a really nice job staying to the right and respecting your own space, and we would hand them a white ticket. On the white tickets, it says you've done a great job. The ticket is presented to, and your child's name would be on the top, and what we gave them the ticket for: respecting themselves, respecting others or their environment, and the date. And then the staff information is also collected, so we know who had given it to them. The blue tickets are given to serve as a reminder of what to do next time that might be better than what action was actually done. It's not punishment, but rather corrective feedback on their behavior. An example was this would be if they had left some cords out on the unit to say, next time we'd like you to remember to keep your area clean and pick up your, PlayStation games before you leave the unit. Just a reminder, it doesn't have any punitive tone, it just reminds them correctively, this is what we'd like you to do, you didn't get to do it this time, but next time try to remember and follow through on that. So the tickets are being collected and turned in for student rewards. We're still in the process of figuring it out. It will go unit to unit. They have the option to do group rewards or independent rewards depending on how they would like to do that. PBS involvement is an important part of increasing student and patient positive behavior and will lead to better functioning. To promote Mass Hospital's mission statement, PBS calls for staff-wide involvement. Though PBS is not a quick fix, this will be an active, ongoing practice since we hope to increase our patient-student positive behaviors of self, others, and environment. PBS was formally started a few weeks ago on March 24th. It has gone very well thus far. Everyone is involved and the students are really excited to participate and earn their way tickets.